Chosen one, the bank's New Year surprise, all for you. Something is happening in the unseen, something that was written in the script of your life before you were ever born. It's unfolding now. The moment you've been sensing without being able to fully explain it has arrived. You've been marked, prepared, and positioned for something special, something long awaited, deeply needed, and beautifully divine. There is a surprise with your name on it. It's not random, it's not delayed, and it's not denied. This is a supernatural transaction between heaven and earth. And the bank, the very system you thought had overlooked you, is now being used as a vessel for divine overflow. God is orchestrating a New Year's surprise for you, and this time, it's not small, it's not symbolic, it's everything. Watch this video until the very end. What you're about to hear is going to unlock something in your spirit, something powerful, something life-changing. And write your warmest wishes in the comments, and write Amen along with the number 777. That one act of agreement sends a frequency into the universe, energizing your desires and aligning them with what is already moving toward you. What you declare is being heard. What you hope for is being activated, and what you release in the comments as a blessing comes back multiplied. This is more than a wish, it's a manifestation. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Something shifted the moment the clock struck midnight, and this year began. Something divine moved in your favor. God pressed send on something big. The banks in the spiritual realm were alerted. There was a release, a dispatch, and though it hasn't fully appeared in your physical account yet, in the divine books, it's already transferred. This isn't symbolic speech, it's a spiritual fact. You've entered into the window of delivery. A holy release was approved on your behalf. The bank's New Year surprise is not simply money in your hands, it's freedom in your life. It's not just a deposit. It's a declaration from the heavens that the drought is over. The lack is done. The waiting is finished. You are stepping into a season where things you didn't expect, things you didn't apply for, things you thought were too good for you, are all arriving with your name on them. Because God decided that this year would not be like the last. This year begins with favor. This year begins with fulfillment. You've held the vision for so long, even when reality didn't cooperate. You spoke things out loud when others said, "Be realistic." You sowed when you had barely enough for yourself. And God saw all of it. Every act, every tear, every silent moment of, "When is it my turn?" And because God saw, God responded. This surprise wasn't designed overnight. It was accumulating, building, being prepared. Now it's ready. And so are you. Don't underestimate the power of divine timing. What's coming into your life isn't just showing up, it's showing up on schedule. The delay didn't mean denial. The silence didn't mean you were forgotten. It was a setup, a sacred alignment, because if it had come earlier, you wouldn't have been able to hold it. But now, you're stable, you're wiser. You've seen who's really with you and who's not. Now you know what not to do. Now you're in position. And now, here comes the surprise. It's not only financial. Yes, the bank will be involved. Yes, there is a physical transfer. Yes, something you've waited to see in your account is arriving. But there's more. The surprise includes restoration. The surprise includes rest. The surprise includes recognition. People who overlooked you are about to witness your upgrade. Not because you asked them to watch, but because God chose you to be seen. God is bringing you from invisible to undeniable. This is the kind of surprise that cancels what was threatening to destroy you. The kind of breakthrough that silences your accusers. The kind of turnaround that doesn't require you to explain yourself anymore. God is making the announcement through actions, not words. And the ones who doubted will be left speechless. You've been surrounded by things that tried to choke your joy. You've been enduring cycles of not enough, just enough, almost enough. But now, by divine decree, you're stepping into more than enough. That's the surprise. The more, the suddenly, the overflow. It's not something you chase. It's something that finds you. You didn't have to trick anyone to get this. You didn't have to hustle your soul into exhaustion. You just had to remain chosen. That was your part, and you did it. Now God is doing his part. This New Year surprise didn't originate in a bank. It originated in the mind of God. But the bank is being used as the channel. Don't look to the institution. Look to the instruction. You'll be led to check at the right moment. You'll feel a nudge. You'll notice a signal. You'll be in the right place at the right time. Because the surprise doesn't just land randomly. It lands exactly where you are. This is a year of divine alerts. Notifications from heaven that say, it's your turn. You may even hear the ding of your phone and think it's just another message. But one of those notifications is going to change your whole life. One click, one email, one transaction, one line of numbers, and boom, your reality flips. That's the kind of God we serve. One who operates in suddenlies, one who hides the biggest blessings in plain sight, then reveals them when your faith aligns. The surprise isn't only for you, but it starts with you. Others connected to your name will feel the ripple of this miracle. Family members will benefit. Children will see you win. Generational pain will break because of one moment of favor that started with you. This isn't just a surprise. It's a holy legacy shift. It's a spiritual wealth transfer. It's something no system can block and no person can take credit for. You're not being teased by the universe. You're being trusted. You're not being tested again. You're being rewarded. You're not being delayed anymore. You're being launched. The surprise is here, and it will confirm everything you hoped was true but didn't dare say out loud. It will confirm the whisper you heard in prayer. It will confirm the dream you had at 3 a.m. It will confirm the nudge that said, something is coming. You are not crazy for believing in miracles. You're not naive for having hope. You're not foolish for checking your account in faith. You're not weak for wanting more. This surprise was always yours. It just needed the right time to be released. And God chose now. Stay ready, chosen one. Because this isn't the only surprise. It's the first, the beginning, the open door, the starting point, the headline, the evidence that your name is written in places you've never been, that your favor is rising in systems you didn't even apply to, that your voice is echoing in boardrooms you haven't entered yet. This surprise is a seed. What it unlocks will continue to grow. What it initiates will not stop. The increase will multiply. The peace will settle in. The confirmation will be so loud, even your doubts will bow. The surprise is real. It's near. It's here. And it has your name on it. You've spent years wondering if what you felt in your spirit was just wishful thinking. You questioned yourself during the silent seasons. You doubted the timing. You doubted the signs. But deep down, there was always a knowing that something sacred was assigned to your name. Not because of what you did, but because of who you are. Chosen. And now, in this divine New Year window, God is revealing just how accurate your spiritual instincts have been. You were never wrong to believe. You were never off track. You were never too late. The surprise has always been a certainty in the divine plan. It just needed the stage of readiness to match the size of the blessing. This is not the kind of blessing that blends in. It's not the kind that comes quietly and slips through unnoticed. No, this one is bold. It will be felt. It will be seen. It will be undeniable. There is a reason it took this long. There is a reason the heavens waited until now. Because this moment carries more than breakthrough. It carries divine proof. Proof that your story wasn't over. Proof that you weren't forgotten. Proof that the things you lost were never going to be the best things for you anyway. God waited until you reached a point of maturity, clarity, and surrender so that this surprise could arrive without interruption. This new year, your alignment with God is pulling in things you didn't even know how to ask for. It's bigger than the transfer. It's deeper than the digits. The surprise has layers: emotional healing, mental relief, physical support, spiritual acceleration. All of it bundled together and delivered at once. Because God doesn't just send resources. God sends restoration. And when restoration arrives, it always comes with more than was lost. You're not about to receive what you think you deserve. You're about to receive what God decided you needed. And that's always more generous than what we ask for. The surprise isn't transactional. It's transformational. It changes the atmosphere of your life. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It shifts your schedule from surviving to thriving. You're about to witness how radically your days transform when favor begins to follow you like a shadow. The bank in the physical world may be used, but the real origin of this move is heaven. It was discussed in rooms you've never seen, written into records no one on earth can edit. The decision was made in silence. The surprise was sealed in the spirit. And now, it's being opened in public. Don't be surprised when people look at you differently. Don't shrink when you're elevated. Don't apologize for walking in what was always yours. This isn't something you took. This is something you were handed. God is making sure the right people see you now. The right opportunities will align themselves with your name. The accounts that seemed closed will open. The delays that once frustrated you will become testimonies. Even the rejections will become redirections into spaces you couldn't access before. God is setting the record straight, and He's doing it through this surprise. There are things that will shift in the blink of an eye. Phone calls that will carry new energy. Emails that will open closed doors. Notifications that will stun you. You'll look at your screen and say, "Is this real?" Yes, it is. It's real. And it's happening because heaven has greenlit your next level. This surprise carries justice. Not revenge, but divine balance. It corrects what was unfair. It heals what was taken. It closes the mouths of those who lied about you. It settles the score. Not with destruction, but with demonstration. God's surprise isn't about punishment. It's about promise. The promise that you would rise, that you would be provided for, that you would walk in peace. That promise is being fulfilled now. There's an atmosphere around you that's shifting. People will sense something on you. They may not understand it, but they'll respect it. They may not support you, but they won't be able to stop you. That's the effect of divine favor. It speaks louder than your resume. It moves faster than your connections. It outshines anything money can buy. And this time, it's not fading. This time, it's staying. This is not just a breakthrough for you. It's a breakthrough for everything connected to you. The surprise that hits your life will ripple through your relationships. It will shift your conversations. It will recalibrate your environment. Because when God blesses the chosen one, it causes everything around them to realign. You'll see the effects in how people treat you. You'll hear it in the tone of their voices. You'll feel it in the peace that surrounds you. This is the overflow. And it started with this surprise. God didn't just plan for your survival. God planned for your arrival. Arrival into a space where miracles are normal. Arrival into rooms where your name carries weight. Arrival into a season where you're not striving anymore. You're receiving. It's happening now. And it started when the divine bank released what was sealed for this exact moment. You've stepped into the flow. There's nothing to chase anymore. Just move with the current of what God already approved. The New Year surprise is not your reward for endurance. It's your inheritance for identity. You're not being gifted. You're being recognized. All for you. all in your favor. All because heaven remembered your name. You've walked through shadows with your head held high, even when your heart felt heavy. You stood tall when life tried to push you into corners of silence, rejection, and isolation. And now, the silence is breaking. The quiet seasons are echoing with a sound only those who've endured deeply can hear. A divine announcement. The shift has begun. The surprise that was whispered in your spirit has now been declared in the heavens, and it's moving quickly toward you. This is not just a change in your finances. It's a change in your foundation. The surprise is coming with speed. Not chaos, not confusion, but speed. It's not frantic, it's focused. Everything that was paused is now accelerating. Doors that had rusted shut are now flinging open. Things that were buried are being resurrected. You'll start to notice that what once felt blocked now feels effortless. Your access has changed. Your name carries a different weight now. You don't have to force anything. You don't even have to explain yourself. The surprise has already spoken on your behalf. This is what happens when God steps in and decides, now. The divine now doesn't require your permission, your perfection, or your plan. It only needs your position, and you're in it. Positioned in belief, positioned in openness, positioned in readiness. That's all God was waiting for. And now that you're there, the release has no choice but to manifest. The bank's New Year surprise was never meant to be a one-time moment. It's a divine marker, a turning point that confirms that the atmosphere around you has changed permanently. This is not about a random deposit. It's about divine delivery. And the delivery is already underway. Even now, the divine couriers are moving. Spiritual forces are clearing the path. Everything you've been waiting on is gathering momentum. And here's what's even more incredible. What's coming doesn't look like what you prayed for. It's better. You asked for stability, but God is giving you overflow. You asked for enough to get by, and God is bringing more than enough to build. You asked for help, and God is sending honor. You asked for open doors, and God is giving you keys to entire kingdoms. That's the scale of this surprise. It's not solving one issue, it's elevating your entire existence. You're about to see the evidence in real time. You'll feel it in your spirit before it even hits your hands. That's the confirmation that it's real. Your inner atmosphere will shift before the physical one does. You'll wake up with unusual peace. You'll hear conversations about money, opportunity, movement, and your name will suddenly drop into your mind. That's not random. That's the spirit signaling. Get ready. The surprise is coming into view. God is not teasing you. This is not a delay tactic. This is preparation for perfect alignment. The timing of this release isn't based on the calendar. It's based on completion. And something has just completed in the spirit. That's why this moment is charged with power. That's why your senses feel heightened. That's why things are surfacing that you thought were buried. It's the divine hand sweeping through your atmosphere, making space for what's next. Your spiritual account has been full. What's been held back is not because you lacked faith, but because the release had a date, a divine one. And the date is now. The wealth that's arriving isn't just about money. It's about authority. It's about freedom. It's about vision. Money just happens to be the messenger this time. But the message is bigger. It says, you're chosen, you're called, and you're rising. This bank surprise carries instructions. You'll know where to go. You'll know what to check. You'll know what to say no to. You'll know what to accept. Because when God funds something, He also guides it. This isn't about random riches. It's about resourced purpose. You're being funded for a reason. You're being favored with strategy. The new year started with a green light over your life, and now everything that was once waiting is moving in your direction. Pay attention to how quickly things unfold now. What used to take months will take minutes. What used to be delayed by bureaucracy will now bypass the system altogether. Even people who didn't want to help you will feel compelled to do so. That's what happens when divine favor becomes visible. It changes the minds of people. It reverses policies. It creates pathways. And through it all, remember this: you are not just receiving a blessing, you are becoming the evidence of what happens when God decides to elevate someone publicly. This isn't something you will keep to yourself. The testimony is built into the transfer. When people ask what changed, you'll have no choice but to say, God. Because there's no other explanation for the speed, the scale, or the softness with which it arrives. The pressure you've felt lately, that wasn't punishment. It was preparation. The tension, that was the stretching of your capacity. God had to make room for what was coming. You couldn't carry this kind of breakthrough in the version of you from last year. You had to be expanded. And even though it felt like too much at times, you didn't break. That's why this New Year surprise fits so perfectly. It's customized for who you are now, not who you used to be. You're entering a season where the things you used to strive for will now come looking for you. You're going to be pursued by the very opportunities you once chased. This surprise is unlocking a new pattern in your life. A reversal of the old rhythm, a breaking of the exhausting cycle. From this moment forward, you move from begging to blessing, from wondering to witnessing, from hoping to holding. This is a holy shift, a divine acceleration, a spiritual transaction with physical proof. And God has chosen this new year as the doorway through which it enters. You're not just a spectator, you're the recipient. You're not on the outside, you're at the center. This surprise has your fingerprints all over it, because God designed it with you in mind, completely, intentionally, lovingly, and it's all for you. Everything is starting to make sense now. The battles, the waiting, the unexpected detours, they were all leading you here, to this divine moment, to this turning point. You didn't miss anything. You didn't fall behind. You didn't take the wrong path. In fact, you've been on time the entire time. Every delay was a disguise. Every rejection was redirection. Every no was God's way of protecting your yes. And now that the stage is set, the surprise is being unveiled. Not in pieces, not in fragments, but in full. This New Year's surprise is more than a gift. It's a revelation. It's showing you who you've truly been all along. The world labeled you ordinary, but heaven has always known you were marked. The struggle wasn't because you were weak. It was because your blessing was weighty. And now, as the weight of glory descends, you're about to feel the beauty of being trusted with favor, trusted with funds, trusted with flow.